Yo, what is up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got your best bets for the NFL NFC Divisional game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, January 19, 2025. We're going to have NFL player props, spreads, totals, predictions, and a same-game parlay that I think are great value bets for this game. All together, we're going to have 4 picks. If y'all are new to the channel here today, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Really does help me out. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's get after it here in the NFL. I don't have any results for me from Saturday because I'm actually recording this prior to the Saturday games. So we'll do a results recap. We probably won't honestly get that till next week for how we did for the full weekend. So super excited about the weekend though, guys. We got football, we got NBA, we got all sorts of stuff. Check out all of our videos at the channel here. We got NBA Best Bets videos, we got NFL Best Bets videos. Make sure you guys go to our homepage and check out all of those videos. We're due for just a great time this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend of action. I'm super excited, obviously, about the Lions game. I'm a Lions fan, so I'm super pumped for the game tonight between the Commanders and Lions. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also for the Bills game, you guys see the cornhole boards behind me. I'm a Bills and Lions fan. What if the Bills and the Lions played in the Super Bowl, guys? I'd be super excited about it. But anyway, enough on all that. You guys are here for Rams, Eagles, Best Bets. Let's get into our bets here for today, guys. Let's have a 4-0 sweep and cash this same game parlay. So let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going Saquon Barkley. Over 111.5 rushing yards here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Minus 110 odds on DraftKings. I know, this line is egregiously high. And you guys are like, why would you take a line that high? Well, at the end of the day, is Barkley going to get there or not? I believe he is. He's over in 6 of his last 8 games. The last time he played this team in the Rams, he had 255, a season high. Nearly ran for 300. So, Rams have really struggled versus the run this season. They allow the 7th highest yards per carry average. So here I think this is where Barkley's going to be able to take advantage. And once again, the Eagles are going to control this game for the most part on the ground. And that's what I'm looking for here in this game. Rams allow the 12th most rushing yards overall. The running backs, like I said, the 7th highest yards per carry. The Eagles are going to run the ball with Barkley. And that's just the way it's going to be in this game. I expect them to lean heavy with the running game with a positive game script. Obviously, the Eagles favored by 6.5 here. So, you know, game script has them, would have the Rams throwing the ball, the Eagles running the ball. And I think Barkley, like I said, is going to be able to fly over this number. Like I said, this is not typical of me. Normally, I do not touch lines this high. But I think Barkley is just so special. It's hard to ignore. Last week he went over. Actually, if you look at last week, all the home running backs had, pretty much all of them. I think all of them went over their lines. So I'm actually looking for that again this week. I think the home running back is the way to go right now. So, love it there for our number 1 pick, though, guys. We're going Saquon Barkley, over 111.5 rushing yards here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Cooper Kupp. Over 37.5 receiving yards here for the Los Angeles Rams. Minus 106 odds on Caesars. Yeah, we're back at Kupp again. We took him last week for over 48.5, and he finished with 29. 1 catch is obviously very sad. This line would indicate that Cooper Kupp is a borderline scrub, which I don't believe he is. I believe Cooper Kupp is still a great wide receiver. They need to get him involved. I think they're going to in this game. They're going to have to. Eagles are a different animal, especially here being on the road. I think Kupp is going to have one of those performances where at least shows up and gives you 50, 60 yards for the Rams to have a shot. So I'm looking for him to do that. He's 7 for 13 to this line on the season, just 3 for 7 on the road. 3 out of 4, though, this season when they lose. So with Kupp in the lineup, which, like I said, Rams are 6.5 point dogs in this one. His only miss was actually with 37 yards. So he nearly cashed in every loss this season that he played. So I'm looking for Kupp here, guys, to bounce back and finally put together a performance. Instead of a string of just not good performances from him, I honestly don't know what's going on. I think Stafford's got to get back to Kupp. I know that there's Nakua, of course. He's going to draw the attention today. Kupp has got to get back on track here, and I think he will. Last game he played the Eagles, he had 60 yards out in L.A., so that's another thing I liked here. He did go over the number here versus Philly. Like I said, the negative game script here favors the Rams passing, so you should see, Stafford throwing the ball around a little bit. And Kupp, I think he's going to find some catches here, and he's going to find some yardage. Like I said, Nakua obviously is the best receiver now, but I think Kupp here could still give you 40 yards. I'm not asking for a lot, okay? I'm not asking for a star line. I'm just asking for 40 yards, guys. So I love it there, guys, for our number 2 pick. We're going with Cooper Kupp over 37.5 receiving yards here for the Los Angeles Rams. Minus 106 odds on Caesars. Okay, and at number 3, we're going Kyren Williams. Anytime touchdown score here for the Los Angeles Rams. Plus 100 odds on FanDuel. Guys, I really debated this one. Just because, I don't know, touchdown scores are weird as official bets. But guys, Kyren Williams has a touchdown in 13 of 17 games this season. Hard to ignore that kind of success. That's obviously very good. He's got a touchdown in 5 out of 8 road games this season. Scored a touchdown in all 3 losses on the road this season as well. So just shows you that he could score whether the Rams lose or win. Scored a touchdown versus the Eagles in the earlier matchup. Again, all 3 picks so far, these things have all been done versus the Eagles in their earlier matchup. But for even money, I just think the value is too good here on Williams. I think there's a good chance that obviously he finds the end zone. Both teams are going to try to run. Williams should get some good opportunities in the red zone. He's been terrific all season. I'm looking honestly for that to continue. I think, like I said, for plus 100, it's hard for me to ignore that kind of value. Normally on a guy like this that's had this type of success, you'd see like minus 150, minus 170, which is actually what Barkley is for this game. He's about minus 150, minus 170. Williams here, though, like I said, plus 100, you can get this for on FanDuel. So, love it there, guys. I think this is a good value play. Love it there for number 3 pick. We're going Kyren Williams, anytime touchdown score for the Los Angeles Rams, plus 100 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 4, we are going to take the under 43.5 points here in the Rams-Eagles game, minus 108 odds on FanDuel. So if you guys saw the matchup earlier on in the season, we saw 57 points in the earlier season matchup. 37-20. So, why would you want to take the under there? Well, I think Barkley had a performance that I don't see him having again today. Barkley had 255, a lot of explosive runs. Consistently for that to happen, that is not likely. I think Barkley goes over the number, but I don't think he's going for 250. I think that's a little crazy. But here, obviously, playoffs, the intensity changes, right? This isn't a regular season game. I expect the defense here to step up on both teams and for it to be a somewhat physical game. I think you're going to see a lot of running of the football, really on both sides, which if that happens, you're going to see a lot of clock being bled and less possessions and stuff like that. But I just think this game is going to be shrunk, and it should be shrunk by the Rams as well. They don't really want to I don't think they really want to try to match the Eagles in this game, get into a shootout. I'm not sure that would really favor the Rams in this spot. So I'm looking for both teams to run the ball. The Rams are more than capable. Obviously, Kyren Williams is a great back as well. And I think here they're going to have some, like I said, good opportunity here to get this under. These two teams, the last week in the playoffs, to give you guys an idea, 32 points in the Packers-Eagles game, 36 in the Vikings-Rams game. So both these teams, played in the 30s last week. I expect it to be around probably the 37-40 range, 20-17, something like that. If I made a prediction, I was thinking about this. I was thinking 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals. That's what I'm expecting for this game. So 37 points would be my prediction for the game. Now, if that actually happens, come back and I'm going to need a pat on the back if that actually happens. But I do think it is going to be lower than 43.5. I think this total is just a little bit too high. So load there for number 4 pick. Going with the under 43.5 points in the Rams-Eagles game. Minus 108 odds on FanDuel. All right, guys. Now, finally, it's time to make way for our same game parlay. 3 legs plus 957 odds here on FanDuel. We're risking a quarter unit. We're going to have some fun. Like I said, don't go crazy with these. These aren't meant to put full units on. Put a tenth of a unit. I'm putting a quarter of a unit. That's how we're going to track it to make over 2 units on this one. So we got A.J. Brown, anytime touchdown score here for the Philadelphia Eagles. really like the bounce back here on Brown, guys. He caught a touchdown versus his team earlier on in the season. So obviously I like seeing that. And obviously Brown caught reading a book last week when I believe he had just like 10 yards or something like that receiving. So you got to get your best receiver the ball at some point. So I think Brown could get some looks down in the red area. And I like him for a touchdown here today. Puka Nacua, anytime touchdown here for the Rams. Obviously, he's the top target. You know, if the Rams are going to have any shot in this game, Nakua's going to have to step up as well. Consider this like a little bit of insurance. Like, if this game turns into a shootout, I think this parlay would hit for some reason. So this is a little bit of insurance on the under. But I could see Brown, Nakua, Kyron Williams all getting in the end zone and our under still hitting. Remember, we got 4 touchdowns to work with. You got your 2 top receivers we're looking for and your top running back here on the Rams. So it's not like it's impossible for the under to still hit, even if everything could still hit. But, you know, consider this probably a little bit of insurance. And then you got Matthew Stafford over a half a rushing yard here for the Los Angeles Rams. It's the playoffs. On his run to the Super Bowl, you know, a couple of years ago when the Rams went to the Super Bowl, he cashed his over in rushing yards in every single game. So here, he's going to have to lay it on the line at least once or twice, I would say. And at the end of the game, I mean, obviously with the Eagles favored in this one, the Rams shouldn't be kneeling out the clock. You shouldn't be getting them negative rushing yards. Of course, you never know. But I think Stafford's got to run in him here. I think maybe a sneak. He only needs a sneak. You can get a sneak for 1 yard. But here, I do like him to get at least 1 rushing yard here. So, love it there, guys, for our same game parlay. 3 legs plus 957 to make over 2 units, risking a quarter unit. As always, appreciate all of you guys' support. That's our picks for this game. We're going to have our best bets video for the Bills and the Ravens coming out later in the day as well. Make sure you guys check out all of our other videos if you guys are watching this early. We got NBA best bets video for Saturday, and we got our 2 NFL divisional games for Saturday. I will link what I can here at the end. 2 videos as well I have at the end for Saturday's action, where you guys can check that out. All right, guys. Other than that, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys all next time. Peace out.